You may think you know McDonald's drinks, but you don't know them like this. From fruity refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry-flavored Sprite topped with cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Try them all, now at McDonald's. Refreshers contain caffeine.
Hey, Carefree Girls. Welcome back to another episode of the Carefree Black Girl podcast, where we discuss everything carefree, black, and girl. I am one of your lovely hosts, Hazel Harvey, the realest of the real and the doll of the hour. And I'm going to pass it to the producer, QMC.
Hey y'all, it's Q Money here. You know, I'm still in the high from I Love Boosters. We'll talk about that later, but welcome to today's episode. Pass it on to my girl, she's A+.
Hey everyone, April Harley, aka DJ She's A+, aka your favorite fundraiser's favorite fundraiser. And I'm kicking it over to the doc.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite fantasy baddie and fairy, Dr. Phoenix Lux, also your favorite Blur historian. And we got a lot for y'all today. But first, we're going to start about beauty, and who better to let us know all the things beauty than the doll of the hour, Miss Hazel.
Yes, y'all. We are virtual, so I don't have my mug on today. But we want to shout out the Carefree Black Girl of the Week, which is none other than Painted by Esther. Let's get some. Woo. Yeah, so if y'all do not know who Painted by Esther is, she is right now one of the trending makeup artists that is all over the internet right now. You might have seen her or know her from her blush technique. Like, she is like the brush doll. Like, she's like the blush doll, the blush queen. Like, her technique that she does on your favorite artists like Olandria, Young Miami, and etc. has trended all over the internet, and people just want that beautiful blush look. So if y'all haven't been seeing what's going on recently, if you don't know, another beauty creator named Patrick Ta had just dropped his new blush line. And the blush line is kind of trending right now because it's giving a little copy and paste. So basically, if y'all don't know, Painted by Esther just recently collaborated with MAC and Olandria for their new blush line. Mm-hmm. And recently, she just did a tutorial on how she does her blush technique on Olandria. And during the technique, she had like a specific thing that she does, which is putting the blush on her palm as she goes into doing the blush. And Patrick Ta, when he dropped his blush line recently, it was basically kind of like reenacting Painted by Esther's. Mm-hmm. So obviously, in the beauty industry, y'all, the beauty, especially the black beauty, like our black beauty girls, we don't play about them. So they immediately went off and started calling him out for basically copying her technique. And this is a staple that she does. So it's literally copy and paste, even word for word, bar for bar. So it's been going around recently. So we just kind of wanted to shout out here Painted by Esther, because at the end of the day, she definitely deserves her credit for being one of those gurus to kind of put the blush game on the map. Like, the girls are clearly getting into the things. So also, if y'all don't know, there's also been some things with Jackie Aina hopping in and promoting Patrick Ta's brand. She's was a promoter for it, and now people are calling her out because she basically is supporting a man who copied off a black woman and kind of stole her idea. And it started coming to a whole new thing with another black beauty business, which is Julia's Place, because allegedly he had copied the same palette off their blush palettes. So it's a lot going on in the beauty industry. And I think that people are kind of like messing this up with now trying to paint Jackie Aina as this villain, as if she's not for, Black advocacy and stuff like that. We're focusing the shift on that instead of focus like us focusing and praising Painted by Esther and giving her credit for someone that kind of technically stole her jug. So the Carefree Black Girls, how do y'all feel about it right now? Like, how do y'all feel about what's going on with this whole blush drama?
The blush
I
drama.
just want to say also, Patrick Shaw has allegedly said racist things about Black women before. So Jackie Ina Perry with him is also why the streets is buzzing.
I think I'm the only person here that might have I don't know. I mean, both of you may agree with me. Patrick Ta, okay, I don't think this to be for all Asian men who work in beauty, but they typically tend to be very like critical, and they like white men, they think they're above the program. So that didn't really surprise me. I think that they thought that she was just a small creator, or he thought that she was just small, so it wouldn't reach it wouldn't be a big thing. Now, when it comes to Jackie Yana, I saw the thing about what she said, and I don't disagree with her all the way, but I think that this is why people need to stop giving humans, these big like tags. Like, everybody's not an advocate. Some people really just want to make money. Everybody doesn't want to be the spokesperson for Black people, and I'm gonna be real about that. And I don't think that like we say like at the same time that everybody don't have to take on that burden, but then like, oh, she has to. I went and that's the part I did research because I didn't quite understand. All she said was she's not getting on the train of being mad at him because it's a technique. People do it all the time. She hopes she gets her credit, but she's not going to get on that train. And then she also commented and said that being woke does not make money. And for her, it probably doesn't. As a person who works in the business and who literally just got told last week, I'm sorry, I'm not booking a Black event this year, she might be right. Is it her job to do that? I don't think so. I think, like I said, I like my racist. I like my capitalist. She told me what she's about. I never bought anything from her at all. So it don't affect me. But I guess the people who believed in her and who thought she was just some upstanding person might have. But during the pandemic, she basically said she didn't want to be a martyr. Like, she has been saying this forever. So this doesn't really... To me, I think that, like Hazel said, we're shifting the focus from the person who we need to be focused on, because at the end of the day, every Black person is not a martyr. Every Black person is not a civil rights activist or not a leader. I would prefer those people who want to do the work, and those who do not, stay over there so that we know how to treat you, essentially, because everybody's saying, oh, it happened to Juvia's Place. He did copy a Juvia's Place. But you want to know what Juvia's Place did? They said they didn't care. And that's why people said that they shouldn't be buying from Juvia's Place either, which is tricky too, because they just said they didn't care, that he copied them. So it's like, why? Sometimes the consumer does care a little bit more than the people. That's all I'm gonna say about that, because the Juvia's Place, I can't even find where they did anything wrong. All they said was, oh, he copied us. I feel, basically, oh, we're inspired, we're flattered. But people wanted them to be upset. They wanted them to be mad, but that's just not how they felt. And they probably didn't want to be upset, because what does it do for us by being upset? What does it do all the time?
I'm wondering if it's being woke or just being upset that somebody did somebody else wrong. So, okay, so it's not, is it being woke because this happened to a Black woman? Because would people be upset if he has stolen from a white makeup artist, white woman, white man, someone who is non-binary who's white? Like, so if that had happened and people were upset, that wouldn't be called woke, right? So I'm wondering, like, what's the difference then if it's being... So we can be upset if this happens to somebody who is white, but we're not going to be upset for a Black person because that's considered woke. That's just something when folks have kind of made that connection between Black folks and woke and that kind of thing, that's something that makes me, that I think about when I hear about that.
I just want to point out a couple of things. The reason why this happens to Black creators all the time, no matter where you are, is because our existence is politicized. So everybody expects everybody to say something political. Jackie is a black capitalist. Jackie has told y'all she's a black capitalist. Black capitalism, to understand capitalism is to know that capitalism is always going to choose money first and not necessarily empathy, because it's looking at the bigger picture. Now, if you don't fuck with that, just don't buy her stuff. But I don't personally believe in beating a black woman down, because again, our existence when we choose to be creators becomes very political by proxy. And I think we've taken the don't let people to tell you what lane to pick, but stay out of your lane too far. Me personally, she's a black capitalist, wealthy makeup artist. I don't know what y'all want her to do. Like, I don't know what y'all want her to do beyond what she's shown y'all publicly, because I can't speak to what she does personally. We don't know her. And I think it's just a waste of time. You want to hurt a capitalist? If that's what you want to do, don't buy their shit. That's just the cut and the dry of it. And I think, April, to your point, why I kind of like sparked off is because the reason people call everything woke with black people is because our existence is politicized because of so much racism and intersectionality. It usually just impacts us to a disproportionate level. So then when one of us is kind of succeeding well in capitalism, or they have a large platform, I think consumers as a group expect them to take on another leadership role, when that's not necessarily what should be done. If that makes sense.
I definitely,
Like,
I definitely understand. I just want, I guess to wrap it up, to not drag it, I just want Painted by Esther to get her things on like just a higher level. And I also want us to stop like platforming people who, to April's point, think blackness is the only woke thing. Because I now I wonder if it had been a white woman, like one of her peers who she respected, how she would have reacted. But to all of the point, we're not going to give Jackie Aina and those too much inventory. We just want to get Painted by Esther her thing. So book the girl, all these People magazine and all them stuff, all these people who picked up the conversation, they need to pick up some of her content and like let's like push her higher.
I do
Yeah.
want to be I want to be really clear though. Like what I'm saying is like being upset because this happened to Painted by Esther is not being woke. Like it's like she was done wrong. This person took her style, didn't give her any kind of like, from what my understanding is, didn't give her any kind of verbal credit. Shouts out to Painted by Esther for this dope technique, blah, 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 which would have taken 2 seconds. So like, but it's just interesting to me that because it was stolen from a black woman, it's now being called woke, when it's just like, well, we could just say it was wrong. It was wrong because it was done. And so I want to make it clear, like I just wanted to straighten that up, or just to make that clear. Like it was wrong because it was wrong. And so we don't have to label anything that happens to black people as woke, because what then happens is that what happens to us then gets downgraded as, oh, that's just some woke stuff. And that's like, that's not okay.
Exactly.
I think it's just as simple as just cite your sources, like you said. And research, it takes 2 seconds. Every word you might say is not yours, but you put the person in parentheses who started it. It's that simple. All he had to do was say, I saw this great thing, like you said, by Painted by Esther. Go check her page out. And I'm just going to try and do it myself. Like, that's it. All y'all got to do is cite your sources. Like, and people, I know, like, think about, well, how far does it go? Just cite your sources. If you got inspired by seeing someone else, even if they have 1 follower, say, I saw this on so-and-so's page and I want to try it too. It takes nothing. It takes nothing away from what you're creating and what you're doing and what people find. Cite your sources, y'all. Like, it's not that hard. And also, being woke is not bad. White people is not going to brainwash me. Just think you're woke is
Exactly.
like a slang term. Fuck y'all. I'll be woke. So,
My favorite thing to say, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm one of those woke ones."
mm, like y'all ain't even know what that word is about and who coined the term and
Right.
why it got proliferated. So y'all ain't gonna do me.
So make sure definitely that y'all are supporting Painted by Esther. You know, she just did her collaboration with Mac. So we don't listen, at least she doing something and someone has given her things. So definitely go support. And I also do want to say this too, when it comes to, you know, being quote unquote woke and things like that. I think we also got to take accountability when we're being a little bit hypocritical because we can't sit here, shout out to Yanni Official. We can't sit here and defend Yanni Official, who was a black woman who got her niche of content stolen from Elf Cosmetics for a commercial.
Okay.
We can't sit
Sure
there
did.
and say that Elf, y'all need to credit this girl or give her a coin for for an idea that she did. That's her brand. And then to the next point, say, oh well, that has nothing to do with me and X, Y, and Z. We gotta be fair. We have to have the fair ground. We can't sit there and always say, let's defend this person, but then not defend that person. So it's definitely shout out to Yanni Official as well. I'm gonna add her to this list of Carefree Black Girls of the Week. Hopefully she gets her justice for the crimes that Elf done caused on her. And definitely shout out to Painted by Esther.
But you know what? As a creative, sometimes I just feel like if you don't want things to be happy, just be careful giving the internet so much. But in their defense, they actually did have whole brands and the whole following of people that were ignored. And I think that that's what it becomes like. Oh, you ignoring this person's tried in their community? Now we're going to show you.
Okay, let's be real. Every month when the housing payment hits, I always feel it. Whether you're renting or paying a mortgage, it's a lot. And for the longest time, I was just watching the money walk right out the door with nothing to show for it. That's why I am genuinely excited to tell you guys about Built. Built is the membership for wherever you live. It rewards you with points for every single housing payments. And yes, as of 2026, that's just not rent anymore. Mortgage payments count too, wherever you live. So that big monthly expense that you spend is finally working in your favor. Those points add up fast, and you can redeem them towards flights with partners like United and Hyatt, your Lyft rides, and your Amazon.com purchases. Personally, for me, I would be pointing my points towards a girl shift. I mean, like Jet Breeze, Ocean Breeze, palm trees, all that I deserve that got me booked and blessed because we deserve that. But here's the part I think is always slept on. Built members also get neighborhood concierge. It can handle your restaurant reservations for your dates, book fitness classes, and find your new local spots, all while you're earning more than 45,000 merchant partners. It's basically you having a personal assistant built into where you live. That's the whole vibe that we're going for. Being a renter and being a homeowner is just better with Built. Join the membership for where you live at joinbuilt.com/CFBG. That's joinbilt.com/CFBG. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you.
Girl. It is Black Music Month, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about our Black femmes in music today. All right. It's a lot. So if you're listening, bear with us and take out your listening ears and your writing pads because I got a lot of things to go over today. All right. So kicking it right along, kicking it right off. We're going to talk about, y'all know I'm blind here. The girls are dropping left and right. We got we got Big Mama. So who's that? Lotto. We got Lizzo. We got Monaleo. Who else we got? We got Cardi fresh off of a tour. We got Ari Lennox with her Vacancy. She's on tour as well. We got our girl Kaylani going on tour. We got Megan who's back outside. So I'm just going to kick it right off. Starting with our girl Lotto. I don't know if you all were able to listen to her album, but I'm just going to go over it. So fresh off of the birth of her daughter, she has released a album called Big Mama. She it's a lot of it's a good bit of music. We have a lot of, very a lot of messages of being adult, being grown. She has a Doja Cat feature on there. She has a lot of raps about her man. She has Mariah the Scientist on there. And it's given very I'm in love, in my opinion. And then she also announced her retirement. People are saying that maybe she's postpartum. People are saying maybe she's just not getting the praise and the music's not going up the way that she expected. So she's going to take a break. Have you ladies had a chance to listen to Big Mama? Any of the songs from it?
I
No.
listened to some of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean it's like a bad thing. I just maybe the circumstances around everything just seems a little bit odd for me. So it provides a little bit of disconnect. And here I go being woke again. It just gives a little bit of colorism to me when I think about the circumstances around how everybody's celebrating her with the rumors that are around who the baby daddy is and
Right.
the shit he got going on. Like, if this was someone who Doechii, which we know right now she's currently not even interested in men, which is fine. But let's say, for example, it was Doechii with a man who is presumed to be married and like not a champion of women, and she's like, I'm hiding my baby daddy, and I'm all in love now, and like I feel like the reception would have been very different. And maybe because I'm a dark skinned girl, it kind of just it's like, okay, this is cute, I guess, for you. And I like Lotto. I mean, happy for you, I guess, but it doesn't. I don't resonate with the experience. I'll say that it seems weird.
Okay.
Um, and maybe like I said, I'm being too woke, but it seems weird. Like when I listen to an artist, I like to enjoy. I like to know the inspiration behind it. I like to connect the pieces. I can't sing, but I love to spend time with the music. I can't write, so I just got to soak in it, and I can't soak in. This is an odd soup to soak in for me.
Does anybody else have anything else to say before I give my
No,
like
I didn't listen to the album just yet. This was like a real movie weekend for me. I was a movie theater dinner all weekend, so I really didn't catch any music. But I do think that I don't. Yeah, no, it's not giving final album. It's giving I'm on a break album. Like I'm about to go mother. Cause yeah, I just don't think what's the point? I get the whole, oh, you probably not getting, you probably not getting the same praise as these other girls, but I'm just like, it's a tough cookie competition out here. And, fan bases is everything. And the girls are just not getting their, community how they think they are. So I just feel like, that's where I just don't get with some of these girls, cause just be like, yeah, that's why I'm like, I just feel like some of these rap girls, y'all are just facades. Like, y'all don't get praise or don't like certain things, and y'all just want to be quick to, oh, well, I'm not dropping no more. I'm not giving y'all nothing. Don't ask me about nothing, X, Y, and Z. Do y'all love music or like what's going
and
on?
just
Because
They
y'all
call
seem
discuss?
me
paid.
Newman.
Y'all seem pretty paid to me. Y'all seem pretty beat up. Don't got to worry about the motherfucking thing to me from the outside looking in. So why are we so concerned about sales and numbers and statuses? Like, it should just be about the music. So I hopefully she ain't retiring. She just taking a cute little break by some mother and mother do her thing.
I saw a line. They was like, it's giving Nunu from ATL.
Well, I
Kind
can't
of
hop
like,
in on this
oh
one yet
yeah,
because I
I
haven't
think
been able to listen
no.
just yet.
I got to Atlanta at midnight, 1 a.m. on Friday morning, and my friend was like, let's listen to Lotto album. We try to listen to all the girlies. Um, I think that Lotto has a ways to go in in when it comes to womanhood. Everybody's their own woman, but when it comes to like sisterhood and really speaking to women, I think that in my time of following her from mulatto to lotto, I think that she has a habit of taking on a persona of the men she's around, and it reflects through the music. And in this case, I'm in my mid-30s. While I do understand that the internet is saying that this man is married for a green card, I just can't seem to wrap my head around it. And to your point, Phoenix, I think that's where the old girl and the woke biatch is come in, because it's like, I get it. It happens. Some of our grandmothers had to do it. But to feel like it's being praised on
Mhm.
in the way it is, it just feels weird to me. And I think that as I try to listen to the album to know that this is the person she's making most of the songs about, it really felt odd. It felt quite odd. So I think that on her journey to discover, ooh, the journey of discovery. So I'm sorry, that takes my head. I just hope that on her journey of discovery that she does come back to music and she makes things that other women can relate to. I think that she has a storyline there. She is, somebody who grew up in the industry, who dealt with different things from men, like her father, maybe trying to like get her to be somebody she wasn't. So it really would have been a cool story to hear about those things, but it was very heavily focused on I'm a mom now with the man that I really like. We gonna run it up. We gonna pop bitches, and it just was not. It wasn't really a good time for me. But
Yeah,
Lotto,
it wasn't giving girls girl.
yeah, it get Lotto. I wish you well. That's all I can really say. I wish you well. I definitely will wait for the next one whenever that comes. But the love era is just weird for me. It feels like the last person that took me to a love era went to prison right afterwards. So I just want to be very cautious about when I get involved in people's love eras. But yeah, that's
I Yeah, I kind of it takes me back a little bit for people who may think colorism don't have nothing to do this. I'm gonna give y'all a little history. There
a
was a
lot really.
time when two celebrities were dating married men. Fantasia was dating a married man and she didn't know. And then we found out Alicia Keys was dating a married man. So it's beats and the way that media treated them both was vastly different because Fantasia even filmed it on like her show and stuff, and she attempted, to go down the sewer slide by taking a bunch of pills because people were calling her a home worker, they were calling her nasty, they were calling her mean, but she did not know that man was married, and she stated that publicly. The other person, no shade, no tea to them. Hope y'all happy making books with, co-parents and stuff. Good for y'all. But she knew he was married. And allegedly they had been, you know, switching beats and stuff for years. So I just, the colorism was very blatant. And the reason I bring it up is that sometimes we forget like all these underlying things in the music. And it's like, oh, it's not that deep. Just listen to the music. But it is like, it doesn't feel very genuine. It feels weird because it feels like we're just celebrating because it's like her. Because she's a pretty, young girl. And this is what she wants right now, even if it's not necessarily, all the way clear and on the up and up. So yeah, like I wish her the best though, but yeah, it just was a little too odd for me.
Okay, yeah. So we here for whatever you got in the future, Lotto, but we want you to just bake a little bit and enjoy motherhood. So moving right along, I'm gonna switch gears to another mother here. Our girl Monaleo. She is dropping her new music as well. It's called, let me get the name of it, Pink something. I think it's Pink Everything.
Everything Pinka. I think it's
Everything.
everything Pinka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So our girl Mona Leo, if y'all aren't familiar with her, she's another Texas babe. She's recently married to Stunna for Vegas. And they have a son as well. Mona Leo actually recently went to the hospital mid-tour because she had an issue with her ovaries where she had to have them removed.
Mm.
Um, so at on the heels of that, she's back with new music. She says she's going to be going back on tour soon once her body is ready. And all the things. How do we feel about Mona Leo, y'all? I'm gonna leave it there because I could go on and on about her, but how do we feel about her?
I love Monaleo because she feels very this is me and this is how I'm gonna navigate and very authentic. I like that her music sonically sounds different, not just for shock value, but like she's developing her own style and cadence and how she wants to present her art to the world. Um, so I love that she did Sexy Solange. I love that. I love Mia, that pro black anthem. And it seems like, because I think I follow her on a couple platforms, it seems like she's working very hard. Like she's very involved with her artistry, like from the behind the scenes to like just stopping by to talk to fans, actor fans. So that's what I like to hear in music, and I'm willing like to grow with the artist. So I like her music. And I'm looking forward to see just kind of how she evolves as she continues to go through life. And I do hope her body recovers soon, because I know that's a lot to deal with. On like, she just got off of like her first tour she did herself, Who Did the Body, and then marriage, and then a baby, and then back to work. So I also
Well, the
hope she's
baby, I
taking
think he's
time.
like 3 now, so he's a little older.
Oh, okay.
He might be like 3, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a toddler. He's not like a newborn.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know she mentioned that in her thing that he may be her only one. So I don't know, like, what like if she's gonna be able to have children and things like that. I'm really like really rooting for her a whole lot. And I know that artists like batch music, so I know like a lot of the stuff that she's probably putting out right now, she probably already had it done. But to your point, I am hoping that she gets rest. I think that like entertainment makes you feel like you got to keep producing, keep putting out, so that people won't forget you. And I know she feels like she's super hot right now, so she don't want to like sizzle out. But I was concerned, like when she made the thing and she was coming back and then she said she was releasing new music. I was like, dang, I just hope she's not like, doing what she feels like the fans need of her, because I want you around, girl.
Yes.
When to have to end your tour so abruptly, and I think it was maybe a month or two. Since she might have went on break. Hazel, you had something to say? I'm sorry.
Also, what I was gonna say, shout out to Monaleo, because what you were saying about her, like, doing all this after, going through something a little traumatic and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I also gotta understand too, my girl's no longer independent no more. She's assigned to a label now. So,
Oh,
I want her to remember, like, I know probably I don't know if it's a label, but like, putting her like to, okay, we need you to work and stuff like that. But I need her to remember, like, it's okay to take some rest for yourself. And I need labels to understand that, management and all that to understand that too. Like, women have to get their rest. Women have to be around for a long time. So we can't just put so much pressure on them. And as also doing again to a little bit of her sound too of this new song she just put out. I'm really not living for it, but it seems like she's trying to go into her little bit of a pop era. Like, she just had that, she's a hard rapper. She's a hardcore rapper. Like, she always stopping at hard shit. So I think she wants to go a little bit softer. So, but it's not my kind of sound. But hey, what I tell y'all on the last couple episodes ago, this spin net is everywhere now. Like, we didn't like spin net, but girl, she everywhere. Like, my girl just like
it.
she is everywhere now. So like,
it's still not my
so
cup of tea or anything. That thing
but
sounds so cool.
this new song that Mona just dropped, it might be growing on me, but right now I'm just not really feeling the new style. I'm like, I think she just need a little bit. I just need a different song. I don't think that was the song to go a little pop with.
Oh yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of this single. I don't mind a little experiment, but typically sometimes the experiments. So what did I say before on one episode? Some people make like color, like regional music, right? They have like a super specific sound. So she could probably get to like a popular sound, but it would have to just be done very differently. Like this does feel like a force. But I think that if she might have considered using her singing to do a pop track, it might have went over a little better. I think that the rap pop thing may not be it. I think that
I
people
feel like if
forget
she
that like popular music can get there if you make like a really good song. Like it can still be called popular music.
yeah, I feel like she does more like hip hop. If she was gonna experiment, I would want her to lean further into alt music because she kind of do that anyway with some of her earlier music. So I would have loved to see her play with that more because it seems to align well. But also, and I'm not an artist, but I think it may be controversial. I feel like, but submit your sound before you experiment. It's kind of like I have a saying like, don't experiment with the macaroni on Thanksgiving. You know,
Yeah.
if y'all get what I'm saying, that I have to tell myself that too. Like sometimes, when things are good, you got a good recipe and a good bake, and you're right in the middle. Now is not the moment to be like, hmm, let me try to add a little more sugar or a little something extra in there. Like I think her brand visually is cemented. Everybody knows she loves pink. Everybody knows she loves like her Black culture, her grills. They know she has pimps as days in Texas. But like your sound, I think as you burst out of the culture, you still need to stick with it a little bit. Is my opinion. Before you go like, okay, maybe second, album once you signed, then you want to experiment a little bit. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think that we could definitely get a little bit more used to her sound a little bit more, to your opinion, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I was gonna go over the JT and Young Miami thing again. I'm sorry, like I don't care how sad spin that is. Young Miami and Lotto are literally in the same bag to me. Ever since Young Miami became a Diddy apologist in my head, like I just can't I can't vibe with her. Like I don't know. Like it just like it's like somebody coming on the screen with a screen mask on every time she gets in my preview. But people like it.
I don't know.
Um,
Carisha just gives me mean girl. And I just don't, I'm
it just
too old to
don't,
be fucking giving mean girls my money.
and but that's how I feel. Like both of them though. JT gives
Yeah.
me like mean girl. Like she don't like nobody, but she's leaning on the gays because she wants them to
hmm
see her. And Carisha just give me like she's not a true girl's girl, but she said that already. She even went on her own show and said, "I'm not apologizing for being a supporter of this man because I met him during again the love era." And so I personally just don't think that's an excuse. And it just makes everything they do like as fluff. I know we're not talking about him. The same thing for Drake. Like you're white. You're not trying to sue somebody about music. You're white. I'm sorry. Like
I don't, he is.
everything you do
Oh,
is just you're white. I'm sorry.
them
That's
little
white man
Cocoa Puffs he
music.
had in his head pissed me off in that video. And this is coming from somebody who
My
used to
girl Phoenix
love
saying something I don't
Drake.
even hear.
Yeah. Like, this is coming from somebody who used to love Drake down, but I just cannot stand his new era at all. And honestly, it's been like that for a while. And that's why, like, people who know me know, like, I could be like a great fan of somebody, but the minute they start moving funny, it's a dead. It's like I never knew them. Um, so even with Young Miami, I wasn't like I like City Girls, but it's just like I saw an interview and maybe it was older, but I think it was newer because TikTok algorithm sometimes will show you old shit. But even she was still talking about people just left her for dead and gave up on her. Like I've never heard her look at the scope of everything and say, you know what, maybe I could have said some things different. I don't regret everything, but it's still like I'm a bad bitch and how y'all gonna do me like that? Now
But
listen
that's
to
why
my
like
song.
we just on two different wavelengths as far as like
Yeah.
the but speaking of people who going against our people, I'm gonna save this last one for last, but I'm gonna skip over to Meg. Okay. Because I just love Meg. I'm gonna skip over to her.
Oh,
Meg
Love
is
her.
back outside. Well, she never really left. She don't let nobody stop her shine. I know we wanted to give
Oh,
Clay Thompson a bit much, but we don't need to give him anything. Because let's face it, Clay Thompson is a pass around. He has dated many of
oops.
our girls that are fab, like my girl Coco Jones, who he just
Mm-hmm.
didn't do right. He's almost 40, don't want to settle down. Meg, you dodged a bullet. Thank you. All right. But she's
I
back
didn't
out.
know he was such a slut.
Yeah, he cheated on
I
every
didn't
single
know
person
that.
he's
And because
dated.
he had another beautiful black woman before
Laura
Coco Jones too.
Laura Laura
Yeah,
Garver. She just was in the Michael Jackson movie. The girl who was in the
yeah.
yeah, he dated her as well. So he dated her before Coco Jones. He cheated on her with a Hispanic lady. Then he dated Coco Jones. Him and Coco Jones dated for like 2 years, and then they parted silently. So yeah, he's not like the pick of the litter as people want him to seem like. But we have Megan, she's back outside. She was just at Miami Swim Week. The song that she walked out to was a feature with what is his name, Boss Man. Zelo.
Austin.
People
Yeah.
are trying to say she was dissing her ex, but I just think that Meg is very much like she put it in her music and she keep it moving. Um, and then she was also spotted with Solange. And I wanted to bring this up because everybody's like, "Oh my god, she's with Solange. They're about to heal. She's about to make this music that oh my god."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, they just probably at the beach smoking a blunt. Like, it's not that deep. How do
Yeah,
you
they
Mm-mm.
try to say
how do y'all feel
there's
about Meg as a whole right now? Her being spotted with Solange. Like, give it to me.
I just think Solange is like maybe like the cool big sis in the industry. Like, oh, you need a break, you can cut chill at my spot. I don't think it was this whole. I heard people. She's taking her to Yemaya and Ocean, and they just about to like do this whole ritual. Like, I mean, we don't know for sure her spiritual practices, but just because she practiced it doesn't mean she's like initiating people on this stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe they
teaching
just
like girl.
wanted to chill. Yeah, maybe they just want to chill on the yacht. You know, like they're all from Texas. I'm sure they, you know, uh, Megan's worked with her sister. Solange loves her sister. 6 degrees of separation. Sometimes that's how we end up on the yacht and we just chilling and having a good time. That's what I think, but I don't know. Because I don't
You
think
know,
it's, that
you
deep.
know, maybe just because I feel like Solange just gives off. Well, obviously, we don't know her like that, but it seems
Mm-hmm.
like she kind of gives off this like healing energy, or like that's her lane. And so I feel like people feel like that's who she is. And obviously, I mean, I could go into a whole conversation about parasocial relationships that we're not going to go into now.
No,
But I know
let's do
you.
that one because I think
Okay.
that's what the
Yeah.
people kind of don't understand what's happening to themselves. Like everybody feels. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was just, my thought is like, because we see what people, and I feel like Solange don't even really put that much out there on social media or on anything, but I guess just from what we've seen from her music, the way that she did present at her wedding, I feel like people kind of feel like that's the kind of energy that she gives off. And so that's why they, I mean, really put that on her. Because again, we don't know, very few people know her as an individual. But yeah, that's what it is. It just feels like and again, Doc can speak to this about the parasocial relationships that we build with people we don't know,
Mm-hmm.
just from what we see on social media or on the internet.
Well, yeah. Oh, I really want to get into this because one of my mutuals, he just said this. He does cosplay and he does a lot of female cosplays as well. He's a bisexual man, married, very beautiful family, but he's a doctor. He's a medical doctor. And he said, sometimes people don't understand him having hobbies. And he was like, I'm the doctor. The doctor is not me. And he goes by Akasha Cosplay. I love that he said that. I feel like every time we do that, this is why she like, see, this is why I don't show y'all shit.
Yeah. She
Because
like
she never, yeah, she never said that I could see if she put herself out there, like
Right.
I'm an Ephod priestess and I want to, or she did the red table talks, like Jada wanted people to come. she never said that. Like maybe her spirituality just emanates from her because of the healing she's done. And if people have actually listened to her, and I'm not even like a Carter knows there, but she talked about having like a lot of traumatic feelings and experiences. And her mom has talked about it and thinking she was gonna die early and stuff. So maybe she's done like a lot of work to overcome that. And that's what we're seeing. But it's like as soon as you do one thing, and I've struggled with this as a content creator too. That's why I don't have like a mental health traditional platform. Because as soon as you do something else, they like,
Yes,
I might take a little ass or something. That doesn't mean I'm still not a doctor. Damn. Like, and I
Right.
do somatic work. And I feel like it's like that Black women, Black femmes, and MBs, our existence is so politicized and political that everything we do when we are online has to mean something. And sometimes it don't have to be that. Like, we don't know what they would, like I said, they could have 6 degrees of separation, all found out like, oh, I'm getting a yacht for the day. You want to come? Yeah. But now you got people doing whole just damn articles about, I just want to talk about the importance of spirituality and stuff. We ain't seen them women do nothing but be on a boat and be in some water. And I think we should stop assuming like so hard for Black women, because as much as we say we're multi-talented, sometimes in the parasocial space, it seems people get connected to that one thing and hyperfixate on it.
Yeah. And I just want to say too, like this whole idea, like we know Megan has dealt with a lot of loss and a lot of
Mhm.
traumatic things,
Yeah.
but saying that, oh, she needs to heal or all this all the time. We all need to heal from something. But I think that
Amen.
like people are trying to like yes, Meg has been a victim of things, but we don't have to continue to victimize her and say that she needs all these things. Love my girl, but we know that people get their heart broken every day. She will survive.
Right.
She will move on. We know that it hurts, but we're not going to keep giving these things that have happened to her so much inventory in her life. What she has to constantly heal from is the grief of losing parents early on. That's going to always be constant. These men that she's dating for 9 months and stuff like that, stop. Like we really put in too much. Like we all need some healing, but the fact that like we have labeled Solange as the healer and Megan as the victim or the need of, I think that we have to stop like labeling each other, because Meg's gonna grow. She's gonna be a different person in a few years. She's just hitting 30. In 5 years, it's gonna be a whole different girl. You know what I mean? We might see a queer era. Hell, we might see an
Mhm.
abstinence era. But we
That's
have
what
to
they're saying
like.
right now.
That's what I'm saying. We may see, you
What
know.
they just said, they
I totally agree with you, Kwana. And like
I
as
just
a
feel like we
therapist,
gotta like let it just like evolve. Like we don't have to always like, I don't know, like diagnose and overanalyze.
ooh, don't get me started on words have meaning. Like people, first of all, people need to stop calling themselves mental health advocates, because you're not. Because if you were, you would be giving people resources, caring about legislature, boots on the ground. That's what advocates do. They don't just say, I believe everyone deserves mental health online and give pop facts. Secondly, we are not that girl's therapist. And back to my point, like with Solange, if you listen to her, y'all paid attention to the trial, they said they spent extensive money on her getting therapy and treatment, her team. We are not her therapist. We do not need to be saying what this girl needs. Her team does that. And I know as someone who's like lost people close to me, in grief, the last thing you want a lot of times is people overcrowding you once it's done, saying, oh my God, are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you all right? Like, God damn, I'm smiling on the yacht. Like, I mean, who, what? Like, I'm chilling with Solange right now. I'm having a good time. Like, and also she's a hottie. We don't know. Got our Roslyn. She might already be over it. She might be fine, and we just don't know about it. And so I think we just need to, I miss engaging with just artists and their artwork. And with the caveat that when they do terrible things like and stuff, we need to know, we need to find out, we need to disengage. But sometimes I think we get too much like into their lives. Like,
I'm gonna have to.
why can't we talk about her swimwear or the music or shit? Like, some like
So good. She looks so good.
Which is what I wanted to do. So like what business is this for her now? So of course we know she's got her music career.
Yeah.
She got the Popeyes does she have just that one franchise or does she have a number of franchises? And then she just rolled out the swimsuit line. What are we missing? Like I'm loving what she's doing. I'm loving that she's
this her second swimsuit line.
Shout out to the old school Dave Chappelle show. But this Dave Chappelle show, so she diversify her lines. I love this for her.
Listen, okay, so let's go over it. Meg is one of they're calling her Hot Girl CEO. So let's get into I'm going to go over 18 of Meg's brand deals in the past 2 years.
Okay.
18. So Hot Girl Productions, where she is working with young producers, like the guys she started out with, allowing them to outsource their music, and like just get different deals and things like that. And like a lot of the people on Hot Girl Productions, they've been making music for commercials and things like that. The Revlon deal, she has a partnership with Revlon that's rooted in anime and cosplay. So over the next few years, she's going to be doing different makeup looks with them. Did we have
call me for that, girl?
Exactly. We got somebody for the world. Calvin Klein, the partnership was only supposed to be from 2021, but they re-upped on it at the end of 2025, and that's supposed to go into 2028. She also has the swimwear line with Walmart, and it was supposed to be a one-off deal, but then they circled back in 2026 with her new line that is supposed to cater to taller, thicker, curvy girls, like various shapes and sizes. It did really well the first time. It actually was the biggest swimwear collection that Walmart has ever had, with people citing the need for more items and more inventory.
Shout out a violin.
Oh yeah. And so I don't know if I'm gonna have time to go over everyone, but she did partnerships with Coach, Cash App, Dunkin' Donuts, Amazon, Chica Dorvitadas. That word is the tequila that she has. That's her own tequila. True Religion, Planet Fitness, Nike, Popeyes. Popeyes and her have a 10-year partnership with Meg also having her own franchise. Flameless Hot, Rock Nation, Pete and Thomason Foundation, Savage Fenty, Fanatics, Fashion Nova, and more. This list is being updated as early as 2026. That's literally what the bottom of the list says, because she has obviously done more than this. So shout out to CEO Meg. So I don't know what the girls are learning from Meg right now, but y'all need to learn how to do some business. Because my girl is not leaving a bag unturned. She is not leaving one pebble on the ground. She is picking up all the bags for her. And I love that for her, to be honest.
Yeah. I think what I like about it reminds me sometimes, no matter what, like, people's perception of what you're going through is, just remember to keep going, put your head down, and do the work. Like, they can talk all the shit they want about her, but then she be popping out. Like, another brand deal and another one and another one. And sometimes, even though you want to like respond to things or clarify things, it really just don't matter. Just put your head down and get your coins, get your duckies, do the work, and let people think what they want to while you're creating and producing versus people consuming constantly.
And just real quick, I wanted to say the other thing that Meg shows us is it's always important to strike when the iron is hot. So, she has been doing her thing. And what she has done with that is, now, once she's blown up, people are coming to her. She's doing the research to make sure this aligns with her brand. This aligns with things that she believes in. And then she invests in that, or she becomes the face of things. And that's just I feel like that's a really important life lesson for us. Even if we're not doing brand deals,
Yeah.
when we pop in, if there's opportunities that are coming to us and they make sense, let's go for it.
I know that's right. Listen,
Mhm.
that is a word. I've been working on that this year too. Just personally, just push it through. If somebody have interest, if it aligns, going for it. So we're gonna wrap this up with one last person. I know we are going over the girls in music. Well, we don't have to wrap it up because if y'all got somebody else that y'all want to discuss, feel free to throw it out there. This is just my list. But speaking of brand deals, I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed to see this. I love a Chili's meal just like the rest of them, but to see my girl Lizzo playing a baby back real flute, it sent me up a yonder in a way that I just. If y'all wasn't around for the Mary J. Blige chicken thing, that actually happened at the height of the woke era. I know we're a little desensitized from all the things, but Lizzo, this is not the marketing we needed. I know Lizzo has cited that her label wasn't helping push her album. It wasn't doing all these things, but girl, I'm sorry. Like when people are already coming at you for your size and coming at you for doing too much, I do not think that the rib flute was the way to go. I'm just gonna go out and say it. It is pure buffoonery. I didn't like it.
Marie. Okay, because they just gave you a stray at Kevin Hart's roast. Like you wasn't. I don't know if she was even there, but they made like joke about her weight and stuff. And as a fluffy girl myself, I don't like when
Y'all
larger
look at my
women.
sister.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
The largest
over a little
rib.
bit.
I mean, let me see. Oh no, Lizzo, it's worse than I thought because I hadn't
Y'all
actually.
look,
I've seen it. It's
It-
unfortunate.
it's very like I just needed y'all, and then she's like sitting down, wiping her mouth, eating kind of sloppy. I didn't like it, and I just think that that's just so. She like got me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me recollect because I was about to say as a fluffy girl.
Please go look at
I
it.
don't.
I need everybody to put their eyes on it because when I
Yeah.
woke up and I saw that, I said, "My sister in Christ." I would have got out on the street team with a Lizzo shirt and did what I had to do for you for free if this was the route that we needed to go.
Somebody on Threads like a screenshot right after she was like, I guess when they cut away to this couple who was sitting at a table and they were like both looking at her like, what? And they were like, this is my face when I saw this. And I was like, when I saw it, because I saw it through Threads, and I was like, oh no, baby, didn't we just well, not necessarily relitigate, but didn't we just revisit the whole Mary J. Blige chicken situation? What are we doing, sis? What's
Like I said, as a fluffy girl, and I know sometimes this is the default for bigger girls, but I just want to say to y'all, stop making yourselves a fucking joke. Like, you don't have to be the joke to get attention. Like, let people take you serious. You can be sexy, you could be fly, you could be woke. You don't always have to be the joke or lean into being the center of a joke. And like, that's what it's given to me. Like, yes, she has lost a lot of weight, but still going through that process, maybe of feeling comfortable in her own body. I don't want to project on her or whatever because she might think she is fine shit because she is a very beautiful woman. But you remember that too. Like when they approach you with that, be like, hell no, I'm not taking the flute on no rib. I'll play my own flute. And I'll actually let me buy something else. Let me buy the chicken tender or chip or something. Cause y'all are not gonna play with me like that. Like I really wish that, and I know it's very competitive for like corporate deals and stuff, but sometimes you gotta know when to say no. I feel like, and maybe I ain't seen enough money from a deal, but like, could they have been giving you that much money?
And it's like, bitch, Chili's, bitch, we could have did something with the triple dipper. Like, that's really what y'all popular for right now. We had to just go straight to a flute rib. Like, who was in the creative team, the creative room, advertisement? But Lizzo, girl, it's not looking too good for you. Every time we mention you here on the Girl Backlash, we first talk about your virginity. Now we got our rims, girl. We need a cute little comeback. But shout out to her and Sexy Red. Shout out to the Wayne brothers. They were just featured as their kind of lead single on the Scary Movie 6 soundtrack.
Yes.
So go check Lizzo out on there, girl. With the girl Sexy Red, honey.
I love Lizzo, but I want her to
Right,
get like a new
I
thing.
forgot about that. They definitely did get to be the lead song on that.
I want her to get a new team. Or she got a
Well,
team.
I'm sick of everybody blaming their teams. Let's just be real. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that with my chest. Because there are girls who do not have teams right now, like Kehlani, who are pushing themselves to the top. Kehlani has been an independent artist for the past decade. She's never signed to a major, but we always hear her, we feel her, we get her. There's too much we get you go to the labels because we want their help, right? But at some point, we have to take the autonomy of our own selves to do what they have to do. I know we don't like to compare her because she's one of one, but Beyonce does the label work and she always has her own promo tactics that she does outside of her label and outside of the standard. She does guerrilla marketing, she does online marketing, she does all of it. So the fact that these artists the fact that these artists say that they can just put something out and it's gonna go, it's never gonna do that. It's never going to do that. Sometimes we have to see the industry for what it is and move accordingly. Every artist can't be complaining about the same thing every time. It's tiring. You feel what I'm saying? At some point, somebody got to do something else. You know, I don't want to talk about my girl too much. Ari Lennox, I love the fact that what you're doing on your tour, all this other stuff that you're doing. The girl should do it all the time. The label give me this, that, and the third, but I need to figure out the other things that I'm going to do outside of this. It's just not going to work. They've been saying this for years. I just don't get it. So that's where I'm at. Love down, but we doing too much with the labels and we waiting too long on them, and it's becoming embarrassing because if we got this and all this other stuff just to get our music out there, then like Hazel said, maybe I don't really want it enough.
Well, I did want to kind of shout out that June is Black Music Month. Yay! So I hope we make sure that we are continuing to support Black artists. NPR does a Tiny Desk, and they've got a whole new slate coming out in June. I'm looking forward to a couple of folks. I love me some Joe. Joe's gonna be on there. Eve, Poetry look like they reuniting. So I'm excited to check that out. I'm hoping in a next episode or a future episode, we get to run down this next slate of Tiny Desk artists.
While we on the topic of music, I did want to ask about one artist. How are we all feeling about Trim? Miss Coconut Water.
coconut water. Coconut water.
How are we feeling about Trim?
He said this cookie tea.
The internet seems very split on Trim. Either people love it or they feel like
maybe I wasn't on the episode when y'all did that.
copycat.
Is this supposed to be an opinion-based thing?
Yeah, that's my opinion. She has her opinion.
I hope that she does well as a young up-and-coming artist, but I will say again, I like my Nicki Minaj as Nicki Minaj. I know people are saying that she has a whole Geechee sound and all this other stuff. I'm too old for Trim.
She just came out with a new sample.
I think that with Trim, I would say that I'm old. Yep, I think that I heard the original, so it's hard for me.
Auntie don't know about that music.
I mean, it's not that. It's just that once you hit an original, it's hard to like anything else. And then especially with the original having so much, it's too much cosplay Nicki Minaj for me. I'm just gonna say it. I can't. And my ears won't even. Like the rest of the girls were barbs, but this is like, I don't know. But you from South Carolina? They said that's South Carolina girls talk.
No.
They on the internet, they saying that she is South Carolina Geechee girl,
Gigi
and that's why her
and more
accent is
Charleston do not all
related.
sound like Nicki Minaj. Like, bitch, y'all gotta stop playing now. The Gigi girls,
They don't
first
sound
of
nothing like it.
all, if certain words I heard her say that I was like, okay, I can hear it. But to say that that's why she sounds like that is not accurate. As someone who lived and worked in Charleston, in North Charleston, for a few years, I went to an HBCU. I know what them Geechee girls sound like, and they don't all sound like Nicki Minaj. So that's a little crazy. But I know she just released a new snippet, I think a couple days ago, that's been trending that I think she sampled swag surfing. And then also rumor has it that the barb herself might be blocking fan pages that have reposted trim. They have posted receipts. And so I was wondering, because she's very new, but it seems like the opinions of her are very extreme. It's either like, oh, it's cute, or like, no, absolutely not.
Well, it's gonna happen when you are so heavily compared. That's why sometimes it's just I can't explain what I'm trying to say or like in a short time that we have, but sometimes it's good to have your own like just lane. Because when you come out and people are already comparing you to people or they like you because of a certain thing, it's going to be that same wave all the time. So if everybody liked you because you was performing with Lizzo or you was dancing with her, when they stop liking Lizzo, they gonna stop liking you. And Nicki Minaj got them grandfathered in fans, honey. Trim don't. And so they probably like it as much as they like it, they probably hate it too.
Yeah.
I think she needs to find her own sound, or because I'm old, I'm old, so I'm about to age myself. She needs to listen to like local talent, because Charleston does have a lot of local talent that I know when I was in school, they was jumping like all over the state and in other
Girl,
states. Like,
she ain't listening to nobody. She is too far along in her celebrity.
that's what I'm saying. She can listen to people who are where she's from, and like you don't got to copy them, but you can sound a little more like where you're from and less like a direct carbon copy, which I don't think her rapping is bad. And also, she need to work on her stage presence. She be getting tired real fast. I think she makes me think that they need to bring back A&R. Isn't that what they used to do, like for artists?
Yeah, once again, like I said, nobody is prepared for stardom these days. People are just making music. Back in the day, people used to have like artist development. Labels don't spend money on that. So as an artist, you have to understand going into this that there's certain things, even if you become popular very fast, there are certain levels of development that you need. So we saw this with people like Alotto, who kind of invested into her talent over time. Now, what happened in these past 2 or 3 years with the decline of her, we could blame the men. I don't know. But typically, you see a progression in artists. But in the era that we're in now, you have people who go viral, and then you have platforms like Rolling Loud who will platform them on these big stages very prematurely when Destiny's Child wasn't even on stages like that for 3-4 years. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 minimum. So it's a different time, and it's like the instant gratification. This is why these people fizzle out so fast. That's why artists are broker, because people aren't realistically saying like, you get your first $20,000 check and you don't realize that you really got to split that with 4 or 5 people, but you think you're gonna get it over and over again, and you may not get it again, and it may be hot for a year, and the next year you not, and people don't understand those things. And with the people artists like Trim, I would just say, don't let the internet gas you up and trick you out of your career. Like, there's work to be done. She's not that good. It was a good moment, a good song. She's just not that good yet. And it's okay to not be good yet, right? But if you're in your head, you already think you that good, how do you get better? If you already think like, oh, I'm already getting a million streams, who cares? You know, then it taints your vision, right? Like we're seeing Doechii become a better performer. We're seeing Doja become better. We're seeing people do it, right? But those people actually want to get better. They're saying like, let me get a Bankhead and practice with him. The label probably ain't saying no damn Sean Bankhead. People don't know. You know, these people are taking you know, it's somebody right now that do J set in Charleston that can get Trim together. She not thinking that. She probably like, I'm already fab, but you gotta understand that it's always work to do. But that's my spill. And with that, like April said, it's Black Music Month. We're gonna revisit some of these topics on the next episode, but for right now, we're going to wrap it up. And make sure y'all check out the Black films.
Okay, so we're gonna roll into a little bit of this or that. So what you all are I'm gonna give y'all a couple of options, three different ones where we're gonna do a little this or that, and you'll let me know which one you prefer. So our first one up on deck is performing artist or studio artist.
Studio for me.
Performing for me, I would say for me, like, if I can't buy a ticket to a show or see it live, I probably eventually won't like the artist. Like it's a lot of people that I haven't seen live, like of course, like with my own eyes, but like I'm a fan of Whitney Houston because of her live performances. Like I love her music, but a lot of her live performances made me like really like, but I'm also a musician. Like I play I know how to play the flute, clarinet, and I write music. So I receive music differently, but I would perform a performing artist. Like I remember early on with SZA, like I had an issue with her because like every time I would see her perform, she was like out of breath. She just was like, oh, like it just didn't resonate with me. But over time, I've learned to like her music, like for what she produces in the studio. But I like a performing artist. I do.
I got kind of paralyzed because I was like, wait a minute. But when you say it from that perspective, because first when I thought of performing artists, I thought like a dancing ass nigga like Chris Brown. And I'm like, I want to see that shit. It's 40 years old, humping the ground, but that's another topic for another day. But
like some people make great music, but they don't do well live. Like they don't.
Well, when you broke it down like that,
Yeah.
I think I prefer performing because, as Prince said, I like for my artist mic to be on.
Right.
I like to know that, you know, the runs and things that you are able to bring out in the studio, that like when you hit the mic, that you really love music that much that you work with your voice and practice to where you could do that. So I think I prefer performing for that because I know it's a lot of studio magic that goes in the studio sometimes, and some people don't always sound like, you know.
Yeah.
The
I just can't stand. I cannot stand a live version of a motherfucking song, bitch. Go to the fucking studio, bitch. I cannot stand a live. Girl, y'all can be singing a song right. Y'all be adding all this extra shit. Like, girl, give me the studio. And okay,
bitch, get in the studio now.
like,
you don't have one like live performance, even like hearing it back, that you like. Like I know Lauryn Hill's Unplugged is one that's like.
Yeah, but not everybody is like but not everybody is just like a live performer. Like, girl, no shade, bitch. They eating my girl Summer Walker up right now for her live performances. And they're like, oh, girl, but the studio version is always gonna slap. I don't care what she doing on stage, girl. The studio, I can go home and blast my my little Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. I don't care about that. Like, and you know, there are some good live songs. I can't think of the top of my head right now that I would probably listen to. But like Beyonce's a good person. Like a Beyonce, she always gonna have like a good live soundtrack. Like always gonna have like a good live soundtrack. But like I just prefer a studio. Like that's just me though.
I'm gonna go with the performing artist at any day or time. Now, what y'all was talking about a live performance that like really just takes over the recording, the studio. I'm gonna take it way back to my parents' time, but that Reasons by Earth, Wind and Fire, I don't ever want to hear the studio version. I only want to hear the live.
I know what you're
That
talking
one is
about.
just oh man. And I did just want to say, Alex Isley was here in Charlotte this week. Now I didn't see her because I don't particularly care for that venue. I've been to that venue for a number of shows. I'm not planning to go back to seeing ones. But what I did hear, what I know from having heard Alex Isley before, the mic is always on when she's performing, when she's in the studio. So maybe I like somebody who's a performing artist who also is a studio artist. But anyway,
At the Fillmore.
yeah, I can't. And I heard, well, I heard there was some air issues at the people were passing out, but that's a whole nother story. I don't deal with. Yeah, that's not my place.
Fillmore
that's not my
Sonic,
venue.
y'all, for those who don't know where we're at.
Yeah, not the fun one. But yeah, so give me a performing artist any day. Okay, so let's move to the next this or that. Now we're gonna go with Mary J. Blige with her chicken with Burger King, or we're gonna go with Lizzo and her rib flute.
And
Mary J. Blige.
chicken, fresh
Mary J.
lettuce,
Blige.
fruit cheeses, ranch dressing, wrapped up in now.
Okay.
Tasting flour, tortilla, crispy chicken.
J. Blige. I
What's in the new chicken wrap? Like, listen, Mary might have hated, but Mary might be on. That foolishness with a real flute. I don't know nothing about
it either. She like the way that Lizzo is like eating. Like y'all gotta look at the commercial because I think that the reason why you're so calm as a thicker girl, is because you haven't watched it in full. But they got this girl.
See, I would no.
Like it's a lot.
Maybe
It's
I
a
got
lot
too
for
much
me.
pride. If they wouldn't have me, that rib was big as shit in that picture you showed me. There's no way y'all got me having no Flintstone rib. And people just be shooting at me left and right. I ain't even in the building. I catch it straight for my weight. And you gonna give me a long ass rib? Like I probably would have acted like Naomi Campbell if I was Lizzo. I'd have been throwing shit. Like I know y'all did not
beat them with the rib
to do this. No, because like I said, I know Mary hates it, but it wasn't the best move during that time. But her voice, her mic is still, it's Mary. That's why it sounds good, and that's why people keep, looping it.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear when I hear about this Lizzo, the rib flute, I be thinking about I got greens, beans, tomatoes, the Thanksgiving joint.
Yeah. Chicken, turkey.
I love Thora Shirley.
Oh my Lord.
I was definitely there in the midst. Like I think the whole top of us, we were there when the Mary J. Blige thing hit. I mean, yeah, I would go with hers over the Lizzo one. I think that hers is like, it was coonery at the time as well, because we didn't like it. That was the top of the woke era. But looking back at it, it literally was actually a jingle. It was a tune.
Yeah, it's like not that bad when we like here now in 2026 and seeing all the coonery that came after. Like you said, it was just a little jangle. Like we didn't know the coonery buffoonery was gonna get so crazy here in 2026. But like right when like fat phobia is coming in, but like at a resurgence, this talk about GLP-1s, people's bodies being hyper fixated on. For you as a big girl to like gobble up on the rib, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy.
The words that are being used today are killing me. Okay.
A little crazy.
A little crazy. And I know Hazel liked the Mary J. Blige chicken too. So so Mary J. Blige is the winner of that one. Oh, what we got? What's the last one, April?
The last one is, are we doing hoe raps or purity raps? I wanted some clarity. What is a purity rap?
Okay, so because of the topics we had, this is a producer explanation. I usually don't try to explain my visual.
When Lotto always talk about how many bodies she got.
And that she don't have. So there's a whole wave of girls who are the pro hoes and the anti-hoes.
Okay.
So Lotto would be one of the purity rappers. So the reason why people are sticking it to her with this 21 Savage baby daddy thing is because Lotto has historically been the girl that says my body count low, ain't got no bodies on me, ain't got no like she's a very like she's a purist, allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna say
Who else does
clinically and
it?
professionally, and y'all can't argue with me. I'm pro whole raps because Pretty Coach ain't got y'all a damn thing. It
Yes,
ain't got
who
y'all a
did that?
damn thing, and it just
I'm
it's
a
played.
I'm a pure hoe if it's about a bag. Like if it's about a bag. Like I think a pure hoe also could be a bitch about her bag. Like a nigga ain't touching me if he ain't spending the racks. Like
No,
I
that's
think
not. No,
That's
that's
whole
not.
rap. You got to
No,
come to the whole side.
we don't. It's
Purity girls be
not
like,
if you
I'm
get
so
paid
beautiful.
for
I'm,
it or not.
I don't have no bodies. He gonna give me a ring before before he see this. Those are the purity old girls.
I mean,
Purity
that,
girls.
people have other people in there. Like when I was looking online, like Rhapsody and all those girls who who say that they focus more on their music than promoting their bodies and stuff. But I love
I mean,
my rappy girls, my lyricists. But I am a pro ho rap. I love a pussy rap. I'm sorry, like.
young
When I first
hoe,
started
young
rapping, I'm like, oh,
hoe,
I'm gonna rap about my body and stuff like that. Like,
young
bitch, please, pussy rap. I love one. I just can't. Like, it's something about it. Ken the Man, Monaleo, they just make me feel so fab. Like, and they be saying Ken the Man rap about the same stuff over and over again. Give it to me. Give it to me.
yeah,
young hoe, young hoe.
I'm not a purity rap because it just, I don't know. I feel like you don't have to rap about your body to be like a whole rapper because you could rap about money in a bag or whatever. But a purity rapper seems very exclusionary, and like as a black woman, it's like why are you isolating your fan base? Like, yeah, no, I never heard a purity rapper. I'm like, yeah, she really making me reconsider
It's
how I'm
crap.
carrying myself ever.
Yeah,
So
child. I grew up
I
on
mean, back
Lil'
in the day,
Kim
Double
and
Chasing
Foxy Brown.
Waterfalls.
Yeah, I grew up on Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. So, girl, you're gonna have to put me in the whole
I
rap
used to be a trick
category.
when I sucked his dick.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh wow! So this group right here is definitely the Antichrist. But I'm going to. I'm just joking. But we are
Moral of the story
definitely
is this:
a little
you ain't licking
unhinged.
me,
But
you
I
ain't
love our
sticking me.
opinions today. It was a good one. All right. So this has been an episode of Carefree Black Girl Podcast. I'm your producer, Kwana. If you haven't been following us, it's June. We will be in Detroit this weekend for our second stop on the Carefree Black Girl Cookout. Detroit is going to be held at Spaces at Sticks. We have an amazing day planned featuring over 5 activations. We have vendors in the whole nine. Followed by Detroit, we are celebrating 10 years in Brooklyn, the Mecca where it all started. This event is sponsored by Spark United. Spark United and Carefree Black Girl have come together to create some amazing experiences, such as the Sparkle Scavenger Hunt. It's an interactive workbook that will be taking place at the cookout. After the Carefree Black Girl June dates, we have our July dates. If you missed it, Philly has been postponed to July 19th. Followed by Philly, we will have Charlotte for July 26th. It's a celebration. All Leos get in free. If you are a Leo, just come through with your ID. But just know that does not include merch. So y'all will not be getting any free merch. But you get in free. All right. We will go over all these dates at a later date. But see y'all this summer. Follow me, Quana MC, on all platforms. I'm passing it off to Dr. Phoenix Love.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite therapy fantasy baddie and blur historian, Dr. Phoenix Lux. You can find me at Dr. Phoenix Lux on all social media platforms except Instagram, where I am Blurdy Love. If you need mental health services and you are a Black femme or an MB or a Black woman, follow the Care Salon, where we are there to serve you. We work with payment plans. We do all the things to make sure you're getting taken care of. And I am passing it off to the lovely Hazel Harvey.
Hey y'all, follow me on all platforms at Hazel Harvey. Is that TikTok? TikTok is Hazel Harvey, a little A in the middle. Just y'all want to see my pretty face. That's all. And I'm passing it to the lovely, not June, not May, but April.
Thanks, everyone. You can check me out on both Instagram and Threads at she's_a_plus. And I'm kicking it to the producer extraordinaire.
All right, y'all. Be sure to follow Carefree Black Girl at Carefree Black Girl Inc. on Instagram. We are also on Threads, and we are on TikTok as well. To keep up with the conversation and join the conversation, just use our hashtag Carefree Black Girl. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and listen to us wherever you stream your podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.